Hello friends, welcome to BISPsolutions.com. My name is Amit and today we'll see some of the log properties, log auditing options in Oracle-EPM 11.124. We'll divide this whole session into multiple pieces. Today we will be focusing on Essbase, and in the subsequent sessions we'll talk about one product at a time. So there are multiple log files are being used in Essbase. We'll focus one by one. So the first log file we should talk about is called essbase.log, essbase log file. It's a conventional log file and traditionally store all the information about server activities and errors. This log file you can find under this path because I configure EPMA Oracle Home under this path. EPM underscore Oracle under home set under this, so you can find my all files under this. Let's take it and look into this log file. So there are multiple environment variable I have. Under user project, under diagnostics, EPM system 1, log, Essbase server log, and this is your log file. Essbase.log, essbase.od, essbase_odl. When you open this file, the file is often very huge and it is difficult to interpret this. It is not in the format we can easily understand this, and therefore we need some method, some interface to simplify this log file. We'll talk about this. In addition to this, we also have another log file called essbase_odl. This log file does the same job what essbase.log does, but it trains itself around 1 GB of an archive itself. Essbase log file grow, exponentially, and over the period of time, the log file becomes so huge it is difficult to keep track. Okay, so we can use essbase_odl file. In addition to this, we have got database_odl or error file. Data load and dimension build information maintained over here. We also have one of the most dangerous file, a log file called log000x.xpc. Error that result when Essbase server stop automatically, abruptly, or abnormally. When Essbase server crashes, this log file gets created. And all these log files are available under the path which I shown you. This is my log file. Use this file maintain information about various hexadecimal code which talk about the causes of your Essbase failure. Maybe you need to supply this log file to Oracle support team when you're unable to understand and figure out the solution. So these are log files, because as we discussed, the essbase.log file is pretty huge and we cannot directly understand this, and therefore we can use multiple interfaces to understand this. One interface, you can directly interpret the log file from Essbase administration service. There's an option called view log chart. This interface gives you pretty good information about log, and there are multiple ways through which you can analyze this. See this log file interface which talk about created by, created on. We can filter log file based on different parameters, based on number of logs, number of errors, warning messages, calculation activities done. Okay, and in addition to this, you can create your own filter as well. You can also define the refresh cycle, so after a few seconds or few minutes the log file gets refreshed automatically. You can also define the duration for which you like to see the log file, for a single day, 1 week, 2 week, month, and so on. If you look at your log file, there is a line chart which give you pretty nice information about number of session logged in or calculation or error occurred day by day. So this is a tabular detail where you can see table name, user, date, type, message number, and message type. In addition to this, if you like to explore this, you can add your own filter. There's an option called add filter. You can define filter options. I can say filter by user, new connection. Every time new connection got created by specific user, I would like to capture it. Filter by user. I can further filter on certain parameter text contain on a specific application, a specific database, and you can further filter out for a specific user and so on for time period. So you can define different parameter on x-axis and y-axis, what would you like to display, and save it. So in addition to the existing, you can create your own log file as well, right? This information is recorded in a table called, the table name is called server log detail. So you can log into your database. I have configured my IP under the schema hyp admin, and you can query this. This is table description, server log detail. This file gets populated. So whatever information you like to fetch from this, you can also do a custom query. For example, I like to check username and the login time of the user. The login detail you can find under entry date from user under from server log detail. And because I apply aggregation, I can group by on username. I've misspelled it, right? You also see there are two users logged in, admin at the rate native directory and admin. In addition to this, you have a blank. So I can filter out, in addition to this, I can filter this out where username is not null, right? So this is a, in addition to this username and the entry date, you can also capture the number of events or activities are done. Simple apply count on top of this. Number of events are done for these two users. This is my number of events are done for a specific user. There is one more column called description. You can look at the description. There's an option called message text. Maybe you like to filter it out. In addition to this, you also like to display messages. So I can display message text, username, and a message text. For a specific message, I like to filter it out. So for example, number of connection done. So I can apply where message text like connection or retrieved client retrieve client or the connection client. There are multiple messages. Let's see. I can apply distinct on text message text from server log file. So you have got multiple options through which you can fetch the required data from the table. I've got multiple type of connection. I like to see receive connection. So I just change my query. It's a receive, or rather than using retrieve, I use received client request. Okay. So how many requests are received for the client for a specific date? You can further apply multiple filters. So this is one way to query see your log file. In addition to this, there is also a utility available. There are multiple utilities available. One utility I'm going to talk about called jWriteLog. You can see this utility from code.google.com. You can directly download this utility. This utility also gives you adequate information about log. You can format your log file and convert the log file in a meaningful format. Okay. So I already downloaded this utility. It is available in my C drive. Log jlog write log. Just invoke this utility and pass the argument as your log file name. Okay. So I'll pass an argument. This is my log file. Essbase.log. You can also define the output of the log file. So I'll continue with this. I just change the name Essbase log simplified dot CSV. I'm going to put this under CSV and the delimiter is comma. I also add the header so it becomes easy to understand and interpret. I executed this. You could further filter around certain string as well. Okay. So I converted it into a format which people can understand. Essbase simplified. I can right click and open an Excel sheet. because it has a header, it is more meaningful, right? So you can see the day, month, day number, time, year, server name, and so on. You can filter it out over here based on multiple parameters. Simple apply filter on your table and filter the data whatever you like to see. Okay. You can confine a specific message code. I like to see only errors done on a specific date, a specific time. So you can use a multiple combination of filter and see the required piece of information you need. This is another way of interpreting the log files. So you got two nice way of simplify your log file. In addition to this, you can also uh, enable audit information in your Essbase server, essbase.cfg, and you can get adequate information about your who logged in, what changes are done, and all. The parameter used over here called as SS audit. SS audit parameter required to be set in your essbase.cfg file, which you can find often in bin folder, Essbase server bin folder. Parameter name is SS audit, and there are three arguments it has. First argument, name of application, which is mandatory. Database name and path are optional. If you don't specify path, it will store under the given the path I'm going to show you. Under application database, there you can see all the information. After set the information, make sure you restart your Essbase server. There are two files are going to be created, ALG and ATX. ALG information maintain information about log user, log the user and timestamp. However, ATG information talk about dimension member being altered. Any changes are done in metadata. Okay. Because I already made changes into this file, I'll show you. I go to my system and I check over here under Essbase server bin folder. I enable this log file, Essbase server and bin. This CHP file. Edit this, you see I made a changes SS audit and vision is the name of my application. After given this parameter, I restarted my Essbase server. Right. Once you restart all the server, the information is captured under application database, under your application and database. Application database is plan 1. You see there are two files got created, ATX and ALG, right? Last time these two files modified 211. When you edit this file, you find login information is maintained, log update from users at particular time, right? And which ALG information maintained. ATX information maintained, what changes are done. So this new data I added into my system and therefore the information captured over here, right? Now what I'm going to do, I log out my Essbase and log in once again. So I log in multiple places, I log out from all the places of Essbase. So the log file gets populated. I stop my application, close my connection and open a new instance. And we see this information is captured under log file or not. Okay. I started, it takes little time to start. Meanwhile, we can open, Vision is a planning application. I can open and put some data and see the information is getting captured in log file or not. Under driver, expense driver, I open it and put some number and see how system is capturing this log. I put some number over here. Because I'm making changes, it should be recorded. In addition this, you can also make metadata changes, like you can go to manage dimension. 1 minute. You can go to manage dimension, manage dimension, and add new members over here, or you modify member, whatever you like to do it. Okay. Manage dimension, select dimension name and edit this. So whatever changes you do, it will record into your respective log file. After make changes, make sure you refresh your database. Or application, refresh your database. So whatever changes you have made so far, you log off Essbase connection, start Essbase connection. All the information is recorded into your two log file, which I just now shown you. Let's see them. So when I open this, open my log file, I see the changes are done. The local timestamp has changed 406 like, and the log file is ALG and ATX. Let's open the ALG, which maintain the log information. The latest time I logged it is 1606, 19 second, right? So all log information captured over here under ALG. ATX will maintain what changes are done. This is the changes I've done to this point of view. So in addition to logging, you can define audit information, right? The only flaw with this audit information, the insert or when you write back, it becomes slow down because for every write back you do, the log file gets modified. And this is even more slower if multiple people are writing simultaneously. So make sure you really need the audit information to this level. If you require, you can enable this log file. That's it for today. Do subscribe to our YouTube channel. In the next subsequent video, I'll talk about different log files in more detail. Thanks for watching today's video and have a great day ahead.